All right, you guys, look, welcome back. It's part two. And I am in a place where I'm decluttering, right? And I found a notebook, several notebooks. So I just decided that I'm going to record the content. So talking through with you guys, and then I can throw some things away because I've been holding on to some stuff too long. This part two. The next thing on my notebook paper is only 2 pages in this whole notebook, so it gives me the freedom to throw it away. Like, why do I need all of these pages, right? Why do I need all these blank pages? One notebook for 2 pages. So hey, here we go. Bullet number 2, lesson number 2, prompt number 2. That's where we are today. Build healthy relationships. Get through the uncomfortness to get to the unity. Build healthy relationships, period. Get through the uncomfortness to get to the unity. You know, in the beginning of establishing relationships, sometimes it can be uncomfortable to have to say some things. It can kind of be uncomfortable to have to talk about some things in your life, you know, that you may not be proud of, you know, that's quite, you know, that you're not there yet. You thought you'll see yourself there, but you're not quite there. And I want to present myself a certain kind of way, but I want to make sure that when I get the uncomfortness out, I want to be truthful. I want to build healthy relationships, not just surface relationships. So if that means I'm in a place where I probably want this person to be in my life for a period of time, right? For a longer period of time. So build healthy relationships. Get through the uncomfortness. So talk about those things that are not as comfortable in the beginning. You know, I don't know, in relationships, maybe talk about your credit score. You know, if you're in a relationship with a partner, somebody you want to build with, maybe I need to talk about where you truly are with your credit score. So we don't want to be talking about buying a house and everybody got 400 credit scores. You know, we need to know where we stand and what that's going to look like, you know, and then we can put some things in place. Talk about, maybe, I have, children or so, and what came along with that, and how did I find myself in this place as a single mother or single father, or a father with this many children, or things like that. Get the uncomfortness out. Maybe talk about, hey, I've been working at this business for this amount of time. I'm still believing that it's going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm at this level, or talk about even the good things. I've come this far, I've had these many successes. How do you feel about, living together? How do you feel about, sex before marriage? How do you feel about, marriage? How do you feel? Whatever the things are that can kind of make you uncomfortable, I guarantee you the person that you want to build a healthy relationship with, they are thinking some of the same things, or even have some things that they may find uncomfortable. But if you get it out in the beginning, now we can build in unity, right? It says get the uncomfortness out so that we can get to the unity. We cannot come into unity, into agreement, into oneness, into being on the same page unaware, not knowing what's important to you, what's important to me. Sometime in the beginning of relationships, you guys, I have to say all the time, I'm a baby, I'm a baby. One of my friends, he makes fun of me saying, I'm a baby. And one of the things that I think about is because of my position as a leader in the marketplace, as a leader in business, as a voice to shake the Western culture, baby, right? I understand that my presence sometimes comes off, independent or strong, and, being a single mother, sometimes it comes across a different way. Being in management for over 20 years, I have to have a strong voice. I have to have a strong posture. I have to have a strong position. My title alone, guess what, has strength added to it, right? So I have to make sure that people are aware that I'm a baby. Meaning, like my daddy still call me daddy's big girl, right? So I'm a baby. I'm fragile. I need people to understand it's going to take care. You're going to have some care in relationship with me. You can't just let anything come out of your mouth. You got to make sure those words are right for a baby, right? For someone who's fragile, for a lady, for the softness that comes along with me being baby, right? So I don't want my title, my abilities, the role that I am currently in, cause anybody to mishandle me thinking I'm some independent, strong woman that can do all things that don't need love, care, patience, don't need, consideration, don't need a break, I don't want nobody to think that about me. So I say it often, I'm a baby, right? In the beginning, it can be a little uncomfortable for the relationship, for people, even sometimes uncomfortable for me to say, because I am embracing the softness, right? I have been working on this for over 4 years now, y'all. I like to think I'm soft. but I'm still embracing it, right? So in the beginning, sometimes I have to say some things that may be a little uncomfortable for me to say and uncomfortable for somebody else to hear. But it's important to establish it in the beginning so that we can get to the unity. We can come into agreement. I understand that when I'm talking to Katrina, listen, I need to say it this way. I don't need to be using curse words talking to her. You see, that she loves vernacular, that she loves communication. So if I get it in the front, I ain't got to worry about him not calling me for 3 weeks. Because he already know, 24 hours you cancel. Because she requires something. Get it out and open in the beginning. So guess what? They'll know if it's something they can deal with, not deal with. Something they want to deal with, not deal with. So they'll know if it's something that they want to be able to build with. Get the uncomfortableness out, you guys. Talk about those tough things. Talk about those things that, may not be, I'm going to say, the best thing for you to tell a stranger, but a great thing to tell someone that you want to build a healthy relationship with, because now they understand where I am, what I've been through, and how to move forward with me in unity. Okay, guys, that's enough. We already have, that's just the next bullet. So join me back for part 3, I guess. We're going to get through these 2 pages because I'm going to throw this book away today.